New York City is an incredible destination with a lot to offer visitors. This is Katie from Creative Travel Guide, and today we share tips for visiting New York City for the first time. Looking for more travel tips? Make sure to hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. So firstly, let's talk about the best time to visit. A trip to New York can vary greatly depending on what time of the year you visit. Summer can be a fantastic time in the city. There are outdoor spaces to explore, you can rely on walking around to most areas via foot, and Central Park is the best place to be. You can also enjoy boat cruises along the Hudson River and enjoy one of the many free concerts and music festivals that run from June to August. Fall is equally as beautiful in the city. Yes, you will need to bring some layers, but the autumnal colours in Central Park are incredible, and there are plenty of indoor attractions to enjoy in the city too. Winter is by far my favourite time to visit New York. You can find Christmas markets and events all over the city. Hotels, stores and parks are full with decorations, and there are plenty of festive events and activities to enjoy. Spring is a great time for budget travellers to head to the city. New York is always going to be an expensive trip in comparison to other cities in North America, but visiting in March or April can offer discounted hotel prices, fewer crowds, but still comfortable weather. So now let's talk you through how to plan a trip to New York City. So you have chosen your season to visit, but now it is time to get planning. First things first, make a list of all of the things that you want to do in New York. There are so many things to see and do that seeing everything just isn't possible unless you plan on spending multiple weeks here. Instead, prioritize your top attractions and stick to them. Next, you will want to make an itinerary. Find your chosen attractions on Google Maps and work out how near the attractions are to one another. This way you can group activities into days and work out how many days that you will need in the city. We always recommend planning an extra day where possible because there are so many things to see and do, and everything does seem to take a little longer when sightseeing in New York. So now let's look at getting there. Most travellers will fly into one of the three major airports near the city, with JFK and Newark being the main entry points for international travellers. From Newark Airport, you can catch a New Jersey transit train to Penn Station, with journeys taking around 30 minutes. There is also an Airport Express shuttle service, with journeys taking 45 minutes to an hour depending on traffic. From JFK, you can catch the air train to the Jamaica station, then catch the subway into the city or take a taxi directly to your hotel. LaGuardia is a popular option for domestic travellers as more budget-friendly shorter flights tend to arrive here. This airport is nearer to upper or midtown Manhattan, and a taxi will take around 30 minutes into the city. However, taxis and buses are currently the main way travellers can travel between the airport and the city. So now let's look at where to stay in New York City. You have made an itinerary, you have worked out your flights, but now we need to decide where to stay. Every neighbourhood in New York is different and diverse and has a lot to offer visitors, so let's find the perfect place for you. Hell's Kitchen is one of the coolest neighbourhoods and is the ideal place for foodies and first-time visitors. You can find plenty of awesome restaurants in this area, but you are also not too far from major attractions like Times Square, Rockefeller Center and Central Park. Midtown is ideal for those looking to see as many tourist attractions as they can. We love staying near Times Square because you are right by Broadway, you can catch the subway to all the major sites, and there are plenty of cheap eats around. The Upper West Side is more expensive than other neighbourhoods, but its great location near Central Park and the museums make it ideal for families. The East Village is great for nightlife with plenty of bars in the area, whilst West Village and Chelsea have a great mixture of restaurants and cafes and diverse accommodation options. If you are visiting New York on a budget, you can look at the Lower East Side of Manhattan or stay outside of Manhattan in an area like Williamsburg. So now let's look at the best things to do in New York. New York City is a fantastic place because of all of the amazing attractions and sights. We will be naming just a few, but you can learn more about the best things to do in New York over on our website Creative Travel Guide. We'll leave the link in the description. So let's jump in. Of course, we have to start with the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. Arrive early and jump on the boat to visit both historic landmarks and, if possible, book a ticket to the Statue of Liberty crown. Times Square and Broadway is another great place to visit. This is the hub of Manhattan and is a must-see for your first visit to the city. See the bright lights, stumble through the crowds, and catch a show. Central Park is an iconic park that offers fountains, monuments, bridges, sculptures, arches, alongside many playgrounds, an ice skating rink in the winter, a castle, and even a zoo. For amazing views that include the Empire State Building, head to Rockefeller Center. If you are visiting the city at Christmas, this is a festive area with a giant Christmas tree, ice skating rink, and is not too far from the store displays and light shows. If you want to save some money on your trip, the Rockefeller tickets are included in the New York City Pass, a sightseeing pass that gives you free admission into multiple top attractions in the city. We will leave the link in the description below. Then we have Brooklyn Bridge. Walk across this iconic bridge and take in amazing views of New York City from the other side. Then we have the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. Visit the foundation of the former Twin Towers, which has been transformed into a beautiful memorial that remembers the events of September the 11th. Then we have Grand Central Terminal. This is one of the busiest train stations in the world and a stunning piece of architecture in the city. If you love art, then you need to head to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. The Met is a must-see for anyone who appreciates art and history. Located in a Gothic-styled building just a few steps away from Central Park, this museum is home to the 2,000-year-old Egyptian temple, as well as works of art by Vincent van Gogh. For something a little different, you could also head to Coney Island. This beachfront American town has all the old-time charms, great eats, and fun rides, including the famous Cyclone roller coaster. If you love the theatre, then you need to catch a Broadway show. There are plenty of classic musicals to choose from, alongside many Disney shows that are perfect for families, and more dramatic plays for those that don't like too much song and dance. No trip to the city is complete without a trip to the top of the Empire State Building. Not only can you enjoy incredible views from the top, but you can also learn about the history of this iconic building. Entrance to the Empire State Building is also included in the New York City Pass. New York is full of iconic landmarks and famous buildings. If you are short on time, we recommend you take a big bus tour. This is a hop-on, hop-off style tour that will take you around all of the main neighborhoods and areas of the city, giving you an opportunity to see all of those incredible landmarks in just a few hours. If you are visiting in the busier months, then make sure to book this in advance. We will leave the link in the description below. Watch this video to find out 25 best places to visit in New York City. Then, to learn about ways to save money in New York, watch this video. We hope you have an incredible time and stay creative.